Hey, what's up? My name's Alex Majewski. I also go by jsky. In this video, I'm going to be talking about life after Lil Peep. In this collab tree I made, you could see Cold Hard tattooing Lil Peep, both members of GBC. Below, that's Peep and Nadarb, who worked with a bunch of the members of Goth Boy Clique. On the right is also Cold Heart. They dropped the song Body Bag, which was probably the first big song I heard from Lotus. Lil Aaron, Smart Death, Black Bear, who's done songs with everyone you could think of. He's written songs for household names like Justin Bieber. Lil Aaron's wrote songs for artists such as Lizzo. To the right of that, you have Boyfriends, which is Smart Death, Lotus, Lil Aaron. That's like a group of emo rappers. They always just have a ton of fun. Down to the left, you have Mod Sun. You could see he looked a little bit different when he was like a backpack rapper. Right in the middle, to the right of that, is MGK and Mod Sun. Also, Mod Sun and MGK have had a close relationship doing rap covers way back before they ever collabed on the song Bloody Valentine. I just saw Lotus on the release day of the album Nosebleeders. He was touring with the opening act Sashi 6 at Amityville Music Hall. He's a new upcoming artist who's from the area. Super dope. You should go check him out. Leading up to Peep's death, you could feel something big about to happen. Similar to how Nirvana came crashing in with grunge in the 90s, we had Peep making waves, then suddenly taken away from us. For those who weren't listening to his music for years already, it probably felt like he arrived and left within a week's time. The world was ready for artists like Peep and XXXTentacion to fill a space that was now created in the industry. With these two artists tragically taken from us, it was only a matter of time for that space to be filled. As a huge fan of everyone I'm talking about in this video, my intention's 100% not to throw shade or call anyone a copycat. I'm just going to let you know what I think. Artists like MGK and Mod Sun, although had rock and punk backgrounds, at one time or another were more known for rap and hip hop, mainly because that was what everyone was listening to besides EDM for like 10 years. Following the death of Peep, this is where you'd start to see a lot of artists inspired by bits and pieces of emo rap, like Lil Peep style. Leading up to Peep's death, you could feel something big on the horizon, similar to how Nirvana hit the scene with grunge in the 90s. I'm gonna let you know what I think has heavily influenced the alternative space and the artists involved. But I think it's safe to say, without having artists like Lil Peep having such success in the emo rap genre, we wouldn't be seeing artists like this looking or sounding exactly the same. They would still be successful, I just think it would look a bit different. Juice WRLD died in December, and by the start of 2020, the industry made a company move to pop punk, and the rest is history. Even in earlier records by MGK, like Glass House, you would hear him reference Lil Peep.
Wish Lil Peep and me had spoke, but I can't get that back. Just came from Pittsburgh, damn, I miss my homie Mac.
Further connecting his relationship between people like Mod Sun and other friends and acquaintances that definitely did know Lil Peep. Also X, who is considered to be another pioneer of the emo rap genre, but his influences were a little bit darker. His 808s were stemmed from Southern hip hop. If you ever heard like a hoopty with a subwoofer bumping against a license plate, with screams that remind me of going to the skate park in Florida as a kid. Just a side note, I was born about 6 minutes away from Long Beach, New York, which is the birthplace of Lil Peep. Then I moved to Florida, where I spent most of my adolescence in Fort Lauderdale, and that was about 20 minutes from where X grew up. So a lot of the influences that these artists had always resonated with me just because I knew where they came from. Long Beach was full of surfers and skaters and tattoos. And Florida just had its own thing going on, full of just fucking craziness. Skate parks, rock, metal, tons of different influences. I felt they were influences of mine as well. So when these artists were mixing and merging genres that I had thought of in my head for years, it was just amazing, and I'm sure a lot of people were on the same page with me. X was one of the first artists to ever collaborate with Travis Barker. The only other person I could think of that did it was like Soulja Boy. To be completely honest, before anyone did it, it was my idea. I like had a whole studio record that I had tracks, and I had my boy play drums, and my whole thing was like Travis Barker on the beat. That record lives on my one of my 9 million hard drives, and maybe one day it'll come out. But nonetheless, it's super popular now, and X set the trend for that to happen with tons of artists, kind of co-signing artists to come in the pop punk and emo rap genre, which is super dope, It's one of the greatest things I think has ever happened. You could hear the distorted 808s, shouting, and dark imagery. All three of these artists used to evoke the emotion built into their music. Nothing Nowhere has always been beyond talented. He's self-produced, amazing at guitar, he could sing, he could scream. He has the ability to also make pop records. He's definitely extremely underrated, and I can make a whole video talking about why I think that is. Maybe next week, maybe not. Anyway, my name's Alex Majewski, also known as JSky. So my intention, what I'm trying to convey in this video, just connecting Lil Peep, Goth Boy Click, a bunch of different collaborators, different artists from all walks of life in the industry, producers, songwriters, and how they actually all kind of intertwine and knew each other at one point in time, and how the success and style and fashion from certain artists have impacted the way that artists look and sound today. Not saying that any of these artists weren't talented, or not saying any of these artists stole ideas, because I don't think it's like that, and I think creativity is more of a fluid, open space than that. That's what we're seeing reflected in the music, whether it's style of hair, tattoos, everything above and beyond. I could literally do a laundry list full of things, and I'm probably going to talk about more of them in future videos. I have in past ones. So I thank you all so much for tuning in. I know you guys are big fans of emo rap, so am I. Any concepts or ideas that you think I left out or want me to discuss, shoot me a comment below. Hit me up on Instagram at jskyproduction. I appreciate everyone once again, and have a dope day.